Hello everyone, so this is fourth lecture of unit first. Topic is divergence of a vector function. If a vector xyz represent a vector field at a point xyz in a certain region of space, then we define divergence of a vector as the dot product of vector operator del with vector a vector, and it is written as del dot a or divergence of a. In Cartesian coordinate, it is written as del dot a is equal to I cap curly y curly x plus j cap curly y plus k cap curly y curly z dot product with ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. Solve this equation, we get curly ax upon में curly x plus curly ay upon में curly y plus curly az upon में curly z, and which is a scalar field. Next is physical significance of divergence. Let us consider a particular case of a fluid flow through an infinitesimally small fixed rectangular parallelepiped ABCDEFGH with sides dx, dy and dz parallel to x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. Let v vector represent the vector velocity of the fluid at the center P of this volume element, and its components are Vx, Vy and Vz along the three axes respectively. The fluid flows in or out of the volume element through all the six faces. Let us consider the fluid flows through the two opposite faces, first and second of the volume element, each being normal to x-axis and as area dy into में dz. The value of x component of v at the center of face first or second will be different from vx the x component of v at the center of p. इसका मतलब क्या है, जो वेक्टर v की वैल्यू फर्स्ट और सेकंड के सेंटर पे होगी वो डिफरेंट होगी जो वैल्यू वेक्टर v की सेंटर p पे होगी. नेक्स्ट, इफ curly vx upon में curly x is the rate of change of vx along x-axis, then the change in value of vx in going from point P to the center of vertical faces first or second as shown in the diagram is equal to curly vx upon में curly x dx by 2. The value of x component of velocity v vector at the center of face first is equal to vx minus half curly vx upon में curly x dx. Similarly for phase 2, vx plus half curly vx upon में curly x into में dx. The volume of the fluid flowing through any phase per unit time called flux through the phase, and it is given by scalar product of the vector area of the phase and the velocity vector v vector. Thus the flux entering the volume element from phase first in x direction will be vx minus half curly vx upon में curly x dx into में dy into में dz, and the flux coming out of the volume element through phase second in x direction will be vx plus half curly vx upon में curly x dx into में dy into में dz. Therefore the net outward flow per unit time through the volume element along x-axis, it means net flux, is equal to vx plus half curly vx upon में curly x dx into में dy into में dz minus vx minus half curly vx upon में curly x dx into में dy into में dz. Solve this equation, we get curly vx upon में curly x dx dy dz. Similarly, excess of flux leaving the volume over that going to into it in the y direction in case of y-axis is equal to curly vy upon में curly y dx dy dz. Similarly along z direction curly vz upon में curly z dx dy dz. Hence total net flux leaving the volume is equal to curly vx upon में curly x dx dy dz plus curly vy upon में curly y dx dy dz plus curly vz upon में curly z dx dy dz. Take dx dy dz common from this equation, we get curly vx upon में curly x plus curly vy upon में curly y plus curly vz upon में curly z into में dx dy dz. The amount of this flux per unit time is equal to curly vx upon में curly x plus curly vy upon में curly y plus curly vz upon में curly z which is same as divergence of V vector. Thus, the divergence of vector field represent the net amount of flux per unit time evaluated at a point, and it may be positive, negative or zero. First case, if the divergence is positive, then it gives the rate at which fluid is moving away from the point per unit volume. It means either the fluid is expanding and its density at that point is decreasing with time, or the point is a source of fluid. Second case, if the divergence is negative, then it gives the rate at which fluid is moving toward the point per unit volume. It means either the fluid is contracting and its density at that point is increasing, or the point is a negative source, it means sink. Next case is if the flux entering the volume element is exactly the same as that leaving it, then the divergence of vector field V vector vanishes everywhere. It means divergence of V vector is equal to 0. It means that there is no source or sink in the field, nor the density of fluid is changing. It means the fluid is incompressible. When the divergence vanishes, the lines of flux or flow of vector V vector must either form closed curve as in case of magnetic field of a current, or they must terminate on the boundary surface, and in case of electric field in a capacitor. Such vector field whose divergence is 0 are called solenoidal. So next topic is Gauss divergence theorem. It states that volume integral of the divergence of a vector field A vector taken over any volume V is equal to surface integral of the normal component of vector A vector taken over the closed surface S surrounding the volume V. Mathematically, it is expressed as triple integration volume V del dot A multiplied by dV is equal to close integration surface integration close surface integration A dot ds is equal to close surface integration A dot n cap into में ds, where n cap is a unit vector along outward drawn normal to area element ds. In order to prove this theorem, let us imagine the volume V enclosed by the surface S drawn in the vector field A be divided into a large number, say n, of infinitesimally small volume elements del V, del V1, del V2 etc. enclosed by the surfaces del S1, del S2 etc. respectively, as shown in this figure. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to n. Consider one of such volume element, say ith, having the volume del Vy and enclosed by the surface del Si. Then outward flux of A vector over the volume del Vi is given by divergence of A into में del Vi is equal to closed surface integration del Si A dot ds. This equation holds good for such volume element. So by putting the value of I is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n, adding up such expression for all volume element, we get summation I is equal to 1 to n divergence A into में del Vi is equal to summation 1 I is equal to 1 to n closed surface integration del Si A dot ds. The summation of left hand side of equation thirds tends to a volume integral in the limit when n approaches to infinity and del Vi approaches to 0. It means limit n approaches to infinity, del Vi approaches to 0, summation I is equal to 1 to n divergence of A vector into में del Vi is equal to triple integration volume V del dot A vector into में dV. It is clear from the figure that all the flux integral within the volume V cancel because the outward flux of two neighboring volume element through the common surfaces are equal and opposite. Therefore, it contribute nothing toward A dot ds. So the summation on the right hand side of equation third will simply represent the surface integral of vector A over the surface S bounding the entire volume V. इसका मतलब क्या है, यहाँ पे अब जो हमारी जो आउटवर्ड फ्लक्स हैं, जो नेबरिंग वॉल्यूम एलिमेंट, इट मीन्स जो इनर वॉल्यूम एलिमेंट्स हैं, उनकी जो आउटवर्ड फ्लक्स है वो कैंसिल आउट हो जाएंगी. सिर्फ यहाँ पे जो आउटर फ्लक्स है वो कंट्रीब्यूट होगा, जो इनर फ्लक्स होगा वो कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा. Hence the equation third becomes triple integration V del dot A into में dV is equal to closed surface integration as A dot ds is equal to closed surface integration A vector dot n cap into में ds, and this is the statement of Gauss divergence theorem. Next is solenoidal field. If closed surface integration A dot ds is equal to 0 for every surface, then A vector is called solenoidal vector. From Gauss theorem, closed surface integration as A dot n cap ds is equal to triple integration volume V del dot A vector into dV is equal to 0. It means from this equation the divergence of A vector vanishes, so no flux originate in volume V have no beginning or end. These lines form the closed curves in case of magnetic field due to a current. A vector field of this type is called solenoidal or source free, since no starting point or source can be assigned to the lines describing the field. Solenoidal field can be expressed as the curl of a vector function. Suppose we take A vector is equal to curl C. Curl मतलब closed product of vector C. For a solenoidal field A vector, del dot A is equal to del डॉट ए की वैल्यू पुट कर देंगे हम यहाँ पे, अब डेल क्रॉस सी वेक्टर इज इक्वल टू, अब इसको हम चेंज कर देंगे डेल क्रॉस डेल डॉट सी वेक्टर. हम इसको इस तरह लिख सकते हैं डेल क्रॉस डेल इज इक्वल टू 0, तो दिस वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू 0.